Hi, friends. Good afternoon from Houston, Texas. We are live, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. As always, I check the Department of State website to see if there's anything that we can help you with or any updates from them. So let's see here. What I'll do is bring that up. Alrighty, here we go. Let me know where y'all watching from. I think it's always fun and interesting. Manjeet, nice to see you again. Okay, let me check the visa website, U.S. Department of State website. Which, by the way, of course, you can always check these websites on your own. But I understand you're busy, so we will do it for you. All right. And watch and keep an eye out for our video later today. We have another live video that's going out at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay, I believe 6 p.m. Central Time, and you should be able to see the picture about it. And that can be very helpful for some people, especially if you are focused on the visa bulletin, if you have a family preference category, or if you are employment-based category. That will be helpful. And we're expecting the May visa bulletin to come out very soon in the next couple of weeks. So that will be updated again. All right. So some news from the government. Let's see if there's anything going on. Let's see here. Oh yeah, in that other video, I also mentioned that some updates about the people who are able to get scheduled for an interview or not. There's different categories of people that the U.S. Department of State is focused on, but in general, they are focused on immediate relatives of a U.S. citizen, including fiance. Okay, so that's very important. But check out my other video. I believe that was yesterday on that. And friends, we're trying to provide more tips for you, including, of course, any breaking news and to this on this channel, Green Card Guys TV. And so we're doing our best. But if anytime you have a question, please, and I'm not, especially if I'm not even able to answer it on the spot here, please go ahead and leave a comment, because that gives us an idea to create a new video for you specific on that, because I am pretty sure other people will have this very similar question. And so that's why we're going to be trying to provide a video every day, except the weekends. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, the U.S. news. There's nothing specific on the U.S. Department of State website. So there's no update there. But if you have a case in a particular country, or you're wanting to know just an idea if your consulate or U.S. embassy is processing or scheduling interviews, then you're welcome to let me know in the comment section. We're happy to help. If you maybe don't have a comment, but you have a case or application already filed, I think it's always interesting to know what kind of case you do have. So let us know in the comments. Alrighty. Okay, so I'll check something else for news. Okay, Manjeet. Let's say your U visa case closed by some mistake. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But you filed a motion to reopen March 1st, 2020. March 1st, 2020. Okay, that's at least 12 months ago. So let's see. Manjeet, did you use a lawyer to help with the help of a lawyer? Okay, yeah, that's very important to get that reopened, especially if you had a certification form signed. Okay. And sometimes people use the word closed, but that could mean denied. So we definitely would want to know what the denial reason is. So Manjeet, if you would like more information on our strategy, please fill out the intake form down below, Ting Law. You might know this, but friends, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe down below, because you have, we offer to you free 15 minutes, okay? Free 15-minute preliminary discussion. And sometimes people sometimes have just 1 or 2 questions, maybe just need to be guided in the right direction. So we're happy to do that, okay? There's some scenarios, like you said, Manjeet, you already filed your motion to reopen. So it may not be a situation we can take over the case, but we can just verify for you if that was, the appropriate information was included, for example. But how long the time to approve it? It really depends. I don't know if I'm assuming you filed the I-290B, and they don't have processing times on that, unfortunately. And it's just, a lot of lawyers I know and myself have some 290B motion to reopen or appeal type of form, and that can take several months, or it could take more than a year or 2 years. So it just depends how they prioritize that in the government. So that's why I suggest, if you would like me and my legal team to verify it for you, to see if you provided the accurate information properly, especially if you didn't hire a lawyer, because at the end of the day, you're waiting all these years, and then let's say they deny it, then you've just wasted 2 more years where you could have maybe, got a new U visa certification. And the reason that's important, the timing, is because some police departments, you can also get it signed by a judge or a district attorney's office or sheriff department. But some of those offices, they have a time restriction, okay, if you don't ask for it in a certain time period since the incident. So that's why I suggest that, okay? Okay. Let's see. Saima, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Hi to you. Suppose your green card is approved. Do we apply for the physical green card before entering the U.S.? Do we need a lawyer to help with that form, or can you do it yourself? In general, many lawyers won't tell you this, but in general, a good amount of immigration forms you can do on your own. However, if you want the smoothest process, it's better to hire a lawyer. If you want to make sure you don't have a request for evidence in the future, because request for evidence or a notice of intent to deny. Look, sometimes we receive requests for evidence, but I can tell you, never once in our office have we received notice of intent to deny. And you can watch our other video about that and why I mentioned the consequences of it, especially when you miss the deadline. There's no second chances in that kind of situation. So unless you file an appeal, which is, of course, more money. But for this specific question, in terms of do you need a lawyer to, let's say your green card was approved, right? And you want to pay for that immigrant fee, the $220, I believe it is. You don't need a lawyer for that part, okay? But for the future reasons, maybe for yourself, apply to become a U.S. citizen, naturalized. They use the word naturalized. I don't like that. It makes it sound like you're going through some kind of machine process. It's kind of strange. But anyways, in terms of that specific question, Saima, you can do that on your own. What I recommend, you Google search or internet search, Bing search the immigrant fee, USCIS, and you'll get that link. You should be able to see that link. So hopefully we're approved for it already and you don't need our help. But of course, we're happy to point you in the right direction. Oh, perfect. Thank goodness. I'm glad I pronounced your name right. Can the physical green card arrive to the U.S. address before you do? Number one, I think you're reading my mind. I think I made a video about this last week or 2 weeks ago. But what I recommend, number one, is you pay for it, the $220 online, before you leave your country and go into the U.S. Now, and number two, you can receive it to your physical address in America. In fact, you just want to, I've heard some bad stories, so you want to make sure, you go through this whole process, you want to make sure the address you have is actually the place that you're going to live. And if you don't have that physical address, find someone that you trust, okay? Or if it's an address you are about to move into, but no one's there, you really need to find someone that you trust to go check it out, if possible. Because I've heard of people, they change an address even after they paid and they forgot to forward the United States Postal Service Office, USPS, you have to forward your address. But I've known of someone who filed the change of address with USPS, the government post office, and also we filed a change of address with USCIS online, and they still got the work permit at the previous address. So it could have been horrible, bad news, but that's just something to consider. Okay, I think that answered your question. But yeah, but about it physically arriving before you actually arrive, it sometimes on average it takes 1 month, to give you an idea. Okay, but yes, you can start working as soon as you arrive because you do have proof of being approved. Okay, so there's no concern there. And then of course you can get your driver license. I know that can be stressful for some folks. Hi Tuma, nice to see you again. CR1 applicant. All right, sounds good. All right, make sure to remove those conditions when you get your conditional card. Okay. A lot of people forget, and we help a lot of clients who forgot or just had a bad situation. So we have helped in that situation, even though the deadline has passed. It is possible. Okay, Manjeet, you said you first filed October, I guess for your U visa application in general, October 15th, 2015. Yeah, quite a while ago. So yeah, I mean, it's been 5-6 years. You might want to check. I don't know if you hired a lawyer, but hopefully you did. And then maybe your lawyer can advise you on that if you get a new certification, the form I-918B. Okay. If you don't have a lawyer, I really highly suggest it because yes, you could fill out the form yourself, but you really, the U visa certification is very crucial. It's like the foundation of the case. So even if you fill out yourself and something could be off, the person signing it, the certifying officer, whether it's the judge, police department, sheriff department, or the district attorney's office, if something's off on the application, it's not the job of those different entities to verify it for you. So that's where we can help, okay? Also, oh, you're welcome, Manjeet. Happy to help. Here, let me share a story with y'all. You know, I had a client who, I can't say the name, but I can share the details. They had a previous lawyer from a different state. So it really doesn't matter. If you're from New York or Montana, California, Pennsylvania, Florida, we can help, even though we're physically in Houston, Texas. Okay, you can be from anywhere. We can help. But we had a client who had a different lawyer in a different state, and that was not the problem. It was that that person just said, "Oh, I see you got a U visa possibility," but the district attorney said no. And when I took over the case, I was like, "But you can ask for the certification form from other entities. You don't have to rely only on the prosecutor, district attorney's office." If you don't know what district attorney office means, that's like the office that prosecutes the abuser, for example, or the person who committed the crime. And so, again, you can get it from other entities. And especially some judges, some entities don't understand U visa. So we actually take the time to educate them. We provide a packet for them. So, we highlight certain parts of that packet so they can understand exactly what they're doing. Because I've heard of some certifying officers or some departments, they're like, "Am I approving a visa?" No, of course you're not. That's not your job. That is for USCIS. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Let's see what else. Abel, nice to see you, my friend. I got to get back with you. I think you needed some referrals for your, not for you, but for your other people that need help. So that reminded me to do that. Okay, I didn't mean to skip over, but Gaurav Mall, can F2A request for expedite? From what I understand, expedite the national interest exception. That let's see here. I thought that was only for if that was based on a U.S. citizen. Okay. Let's see here. And you have to, regardless of that, you have to have, Gaurav, you have to have a very specific reason related to humanitarian issues, not for the sponsor, but for the immigrant coming here. It can be, you're helping that immigrant applicant is helping for the pandemic reasons in the U.S. And I believe there's one other reason that they mentioned looking at the website here. Um, hmm. Okay. Also, something to consider for F2A is whether you're going to age out or not. So I don't know what situation you're in. If you're the applicant, sponsor, or the derivative child, for example, adult, it could be adult child. So because spouses, F2A is spouses and children, not permanent resident. So let's see here, national interest exception. All right. Well, yeah, the other reason the government states that could meet for the national interest exception is for critical infrastructure sectors, in addition to academics, J1 students, or journalists. So it's somewhat wide ranging, but at the same time fairly limited. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's because of a certain preference category, whether that's a yes or not, yes or no, if you can apply. Look, if you feel like you meet one of these categories, we're happy to email this to you. But if you do an internet search, you could international interest exceptions, U.S. State Department, it should pop up for you. The one I'm looking at is March 2nd, 2021. So I think that's the most updated one about it. Okay, Ravi. All right, when you vote, I think what you mean is, has the vote been sent for the DREAM Act for the Senate? And from what I understand is no. I'm pretty sure it's a no, because otherwise I would hear about it. And I do sign up for the alerts for Congress for something like that. So, and I haven't received it. But I would guarantee more people would be talking about it if that was the case. I'm not sure if you watched the other live shows, but I have mentioned if I had a soft prediction when it could be sent to Congress, or a more robust discussion about immigration reform in the Senate, I think it would happen in the late summer, maybe around August, because right now you may have heard in the news, they're focusing more on infrastructure bill proposal. And President Biden said in a previous news conference, what he's learned from previous presidents is a lot of things are about timing. Okay, doing it at the right time and trying to push the conversation for immigration for reform at the right time. Let's think about it here. Psychologically, if Democrats and President Biden is able to get Republicans on board for infrastructure, right? If you've been in America, you've heard about President Trump talking about infrastructure, but what did he do? What did he propose? Nothing. Zero. He didn't do anything. So I'm sure Republicans could get on board about infrastructure. It would be quite ridiculous if they don't. But regardless, you already heard from Ted Cruz and some other folks that they're pushing back. What does infrastructure mean? Obviously, you want to make sure it makes sense for America. But my point is, psychologically, if Democrats able to get Republicans on board for that, then of course, hey, what's the next thing up next? Wouldn't it make sense to do immigration reform next after that? Because if they do immigration reform first before infrastructure, they're already going to set the tone that there's already going to be a lot of tension. So that's why I predict around the time late summer. Hopefully sooner, sure, of course, I always hope sooner, but just thinking about how Congress kind of works, and I think Biden is trying to learn from President Obama. Obama is, of course, some people don't like him and how he did things. I mean, no one's ever perfect, but Biden, I'm sorry, President Obama focused on the healthcare bill significant amount of time in the first year or two, and so that obviously took away the time to negotiate for immigration. Healthcare, just Affordable Care Act, just took too long. So hopefully Biden is keeping that in mind for immigration this time around. Okay, so before the midterms. So by the way, if you are a U.S. citizen and you know someone who is a U.S. citizen, please promote them, encourage them to vote, especially you know what side to encourage for immigration reform, okay? I can't tell you who to vote for. I don't feel good about that, but I think you know. I'm pretty sure. Gorov, nice to, yeah, you're welcome. God bless you too. And hopefully we can sprinkle some good luck to the Congress and the politicians to get something done for immigration reform. Saima, you said your visa category is F3. You came under child protection. Oh, you're here already. Okay, or you're qualified under that. Okay. Is it okay for you to have a boyfriend after receiving your green card? Then you can engage him and get married, right? 24 at the moment. Okay. Early congrats. I mean, I don't know if that's a hypothetical or not, but assuming it is, well, maybe you already have a boyfriend and you're just not asking me. But I mean, obviously, once you get status, okay, here it is. Here it is, Simon. Once you get status, okay, for yourself, yes, the visa bulletin, the laws do allow you to file a petition for your boyfriend. But I don't know where your boyfriend's from. Is he from your current country, your birth country, or outside America, somewhere else, or America? Because there are some people already in America, right? But they don't have status. So let's say he is in America already. Then I don't recommend file a petition just yet as for you as a resident holder, because assuming he's in the U.S. without legal status, so therefore he has not maintained his status, then that would be a waste of money right now, because he has to show he has maintained his status in order to adjust at the time of filing. So to show that at the time of filing. So, and all the way until the interview. So that's very important, because some people file that and they don't qualify for the limited exceptions. But yes, for your very specific question, yes, you can have a boyfriend. No one said you cannot. I would hope the government does not get involved and be that nitpicky about something like that. But in terms of filing a petition, I recommend you file after you become a citizen. And so for you, since you're F3. Oh, you're F3. So that's married son. You're a married son or daughter, okay, of a U.S. citizen. So, well, if that's the case, then you're already married, right? Does that mean you're going to get divorced from your current spouse? Well, maybe that's going a little bit more too deep into it, but Simon, if you don't mind, fill out the intake form down below, Ting Law. It should be there, the link, or you can. This is a good time for me to bring it up, by the way, but. Folks, you can text if you're at work and you're busy, but you somehow have this live show open. You can text this number, just type in the code, or you can also call, of course, but you can enter the code, the not so secret code, Green Card Guys. So even if you forget, you should not forget, really, but quite simple. Okay, and we can advise you a little better. It's a bit complicated depending on possible situations. Okay, you said he's in the U.S. with temporary work visa, so yeah, I mean that's good. He's got status. That gives him an opportunity to. Okay, your grandfather is a U.S. citizen. Okay, that's right. You're the derivative. Okay, so he's here temporary visa, so hopefully he can continue to extend that. Maybe he's here on H-1B. We have plenty of clients who are here on H-1B and then end up are able to get married to a U.S. citizen, for example, or a resident. So yes, in this situation, you can file for him as a resident, and of course, if he maintains a status. I would just hate for you to get started on the immigration case and then he, falls out of status. So let's talk about that to find out how long his status will be for. Okay, let's kind of try to predict the future as best as possible to find the right pathway for you and him. Okay, friends. Well, we got a little bit less than 5 minutes. If you have any questions so far in this time, I'll try to answer it. We're cutting it down because I have to get on a call right after the show. We're here to help you and here to solve your immigration problem. And hopefully you don't have one, but if you do, you know who to call. Okay, friends? And let's see what else to share with you. Friends, by the way, if you don't know about this, but if you love Facebook, you can message us here. Okay, Green Card Guys is our name. Our law firm name is Ting Law Group, and otherwise you can also, scrolling down below is our Facebook group. You could probably just type in Green Card Guys, but the long name is Immigrant Guide and Support Living in America. So we share information there as well that we normally not able to on YouTube. Some links, for example. Okay, so there you go. You could contact us there. And by the way, we have a new number, okay? Our new number, we opened the office in Houston, and we have a new number, 346-330-5888. If you call us on our Dallas number, they all sync up together, okay? But if you call us on our Dallas number and we call you back, expect to get a phone call from the 346 number, okay? Sometimes people don't answer, but we're just trying to help you out. So especially if you're asking for the free 15 minutes, please text us back so we know that you got the call. We just want to make sure we call you within 24 hours of a business day. Otherwise, we get a lot of inquiries. So then I hate to say, unfortunately, after a couple of weeks, we will forget to follow up. We try our best. So make sure to respond when you get a call or text from us. You're welcome, Simon. Happy to help. All right. So in the meantime, please stay tuned. We have a live video coming out, I believe, at 6 p.m. Central today. And we're going to try our best to provide you free tips and information every day of the week. Not always a guarantee on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, friends? Until next time, please continue wearing a mask.